Alrighty guys, we are back in 10 minutes -ish. Hello everyone! Hello, hello, hello everyone! We good? We good. Good. I'd say. Okay. Hello, thank you. Let's give this a clap. Welcome everyone to episode 1 of Final Fantasy XIV, a full new story character and obviously playthrough. We are going to do a full story run with a brand new character. Just as an information, my character is about 14 years old in Final Fantasy, therefore I have not played the story for 14 years from the very beginning. So Hitomi Sansa over here has about 300 days or a little over 7,000 hours of gameplay on it. We already have 2 characters because I will be joined by my friends on this journey every now and then with their own characters. And we have Senzara Sansa, which is what I have been playing with my friend, and Izalift Sansa. This is actually the character that was planned to be played on stream, but I kind of tested out a few things here and then, and I decided, you know what, I'm not going to delete this character, I'm going to keep this character, because you might have noticed that all my characters have the same ears from the Wolf's style set. It's kind of my trademark in this game. So we're going to create a brand new character and play upon the story to this character. It's about level 18 in game, no, it's about level 20 in the game with the main story quest, and then we're gonna switch to this character just because there's already microtransactions in it. I already paid money, I don't really want to pay more money, right? But we're gonna create the exact same character as this one right here, and then we're gonna play through. So what am I going to do with this? Well, first of all, we're playing all of the story elements. We are not playing any of the gatherer or crafting classes. I will be focusing mainly on our main quest and obviously on our class quest as a warrior. And we need to unlock a few things. Along the way, we might unlock Dancer, we might unlock Samurai, maybe Red Mage, I don't know. But this will be purely focused on the main story. And the in-game cutscenes are in Japanese because I come from an anime background. I like the Japanese voices. I think they're done superbly well. But for every box that is not voiced, I'm gonna read it out loud. If you have seen the Pokemon Rejuvenation series, you know I'm quite familiar with reading a lot of text. So let's go in, let's create a new character, load appearance data. We need our, where is it? Rothgal, there she is, our Rothgal. There she is. We are confirming this character and we do not need to save the appearance data, obviously. You guys know that I am on the 4th umbral moon and I am on number 1 and my god of choice is Ralgur, and we are going to play tank marauder for this playthrough because I'm a very fond warrior person. I unga until I bunga. I have 2 brain cells, the one charges and the other one attacks. And we are going to select, obviously, Shiva for this, but I can't. It's currently restricted. That sucks. That sucks really, really badly. So, since this character will be deleted at some point anyhow, we're just gonna go ahead and go to Let's go to Zodiac, which was my original server, and this character is going to be deleted at some point. And unfortunately the world is congested, but we have Lufthansa, so I'm not too worried about this. So this is only for a couple of episodes, and as a reminder, YouTube really does not like extremely long episodes, so therefore my character is already screaming. Therefore, we're going to aim around 60 minutes per episode. We might go over, we might go under, depends really. We've already talked for a solid 4 or 5 minutes, so let's get on in and play the video game. And the world is congested. Yay! Well done. And just as a reminder, I am in Discord. My friends are going to join me in Discord every now and then, and you will hear other people's voices. But overall, I am going to voice every single cutscene and every single text box that relates to us. If we have, let's say, not important characters that do a lot of blah blah between quests, there might be a point where I skip the blah blah of these quests and just click through it really quickly. But we'll get there when we'll get there, right? So, and I'm gonna be quiet. Now, I don't know, you guys have to tell me that in the comment section down below. Is the camera on a cutscene like disrupting the cutscene? Or do you guys like to see the camera on the cutscene just in case there is a facial reaction that I need to show you? Shadowbringers people will know. Yeah. It's been a long time for me. Hitomi Zanza, my only character really. I only created the other 2 characters because my friends started playing the game. I wonder who that'd be, right? Also, I'm not gonna spoil anything we do not know up until the point in the story. So bright. Oh, I'm going to call out every single flashbang in the game. Flashbang of fantasy. Flashbang number 1. I'm going to call out every single flashbang because there's a lot of them. Oi! You alright, lass? It's pretty. You're a moan in your sleep and sweating buckets. Besides, rolling off the ship got your stomach churning, has it? Text box is a little small on my screen. It's gonna be bigger once I load in the interface. Don't seem like seasickness now that I look at ya. It will be ether then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to the stuff than others, see? And we ain't too far from Vilbrad now, which is chock full of etherites. No need to fret though, you will soon get used to it. Might as well have been bloomin' seasickness. Ship sleeping around like a demented chocobo today. I reckon I might head out on deck, get myself a breath of fresh air. Limsa Laminza, still a fair way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you are awake and all, how about you keep me company until we get there? And them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see? And he wrote, Brennan's the name, and Pedlin's me trade. And now he goes, foot freestylo. Foot freestylo. I watched a little bit too much YouTube. You smell that salty sea breeze. Now then, lass, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you are one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? I knew it! Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory, and that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? I'm not going to answer this. Well, if you ain't inclined to tell, I ain't about to pry. Might as old Brennan is a chatterbox, but he sure as hell ain't no busybody. We all have a secret, or 3, or 5 million. Me? Dozens. And I rather stay secret, and I rather stay secret too. Which is why I don't go sticking me nose in anywhere that ain't welcome. Just remember though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, some as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Well, we kinda can resurrect in the game, so... Oh. Doesn't even cost money, because we get teleported to the Etherite for free. Ah! Ship's off the starboard now! Pirate colors! I hope the microphone's working. It is working. I checked the bar. The bar is moving. That would have been a bad intro. Pirates! Bloody hell! Don't step on my tail. Have you no sense? Get below! Don't step on my tail. I dare you. I double dare you. I'm gonna drop a few movie references along the way. Down in the comments, tell me your favorite movie reference. I'm trying to manipulate you to interact with the waiting. What's the world coming to? Pirates firing on a ship, flying limbs and colors. Bastards either have a boatload of balls or barrel for brains. Hello there, Fox. You can rest easy, friends. We have made it out of cannon range, and no buccaneer's bark will catch this flighty tempest once the wind's in her sails. That was too bleeding close. Glad one of us kept her head on her shoulders. I'd reckon I'd loved mine otherwise. If them pirates get up the chase, we must be close to the port. Let's head up on deck and have us a look, shall we? Pirate speech is terrible, and Limsa has a lot of that. For one person, I'm trying to go full pirate, so it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be cringy. You're gonna screenshot it. You're gonna make shorts out of it, and you know what? Good on you. By the by, is this your first trip to Limsa Lominsa? No. Thought not. Ah, but I'll wager there have been some changes since your last visit. Allow a journeyed itinerant to apprise you of the current state of affairs. Limsa Lominsa prides itself of being Eorzeo's foremost naval power. Weren't too long ago that the place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current admiral's civilizing influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You would never guess she was once a rum-swilling buccaneer herself. Haha. Of course, most folk ain't so quick to change. And with a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with. Like pirates who took a fancy to us or just now. And I probably skipped that text box. Sorry, that's gonna happen a lot, I promise. Ah, at long last, a land ho. Behold, Limsa Lominsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and loved of the Limlean, goddess of navigation. And we affectionately call it Limsa Lobimsa. It's gonna be called Limsa Lobimsa a lot. Or Degenerate Town, that applies to. If you know, you know. And I hate those nightclub advertisements. I fully understand that you have to read the text because of the cutscene is in Japanese. Nothing I can do about that. I just like the voices a lot. So, we gotta deal with that. I'm gonna make the text bigger though. Because A, I don't want to read small text, and B, you kinda have to read sometimes. And here's where we part way, lass. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. And it's on the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this. By the way, thanks for saving me ours earlier. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become some sort of storied personage and I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. Oh, I actually have no clue if we're gonna meet him someday again. I'm powerless against the sky. I devoured 7 seas and I conquered the lands. I am the world's snake. Jurmungand. Probably quoted that wrong. By the way guys, this is streamed live on Twitch and YouTube, twitch.tv/Hanantasy and LivePlay HZTV on YouTube. You can watch it live at any point if you want to become a Pokemon though, right down there like Raffi Foxo on the stream, the good old Fox. You have to come to Twitch however, because terms of service and such, I cannot add the YouTube audience to this, so if you want to be seen on stream, you have to unfortunately come down to the Twitch side. Hey, you there! I am in you! This is my district, and I make it my business to know all the scum that washes up on it. Wash your hands. She's pretty though. An adventurer fresh off the boat. Ah, well then. Allow one of Limsa's finest to set you on your right path. Hop to it. Alas, we haven't got all day. Alrighty, the interface change is gonna happen once we are free of the tutorial stage. Because in this case, we're already increasing the size of this window. If you don't know how to do it, right-click a window when you are in control. And when you are in control, you can resize the text box. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, a bustling city-state filled with scoundrels and brigands. The Rothcut Diamond of the Rotano Sea. Please select the control scheme. I am not a monster, so I'm going keyboard and mouse. And, well, we are already here and good to go. And the interface, again, will change once we are ready to go. I'm also not gonna read the quest texts, because most of the stuff will be in conversations. And now it's much bigger, now it's much easier to read, and now we can go. Now then, I'm sure you're itching to explore, but adventurers are required to register their presence in the city. And without a bit of local knowledge, it looks like you're getting your throat slit in some piss-stinking ally. Hello there, folks. And so before you do anything else, get yourself over to the Drowning Wench and enroll with the Adventurers Guild. It's not far, just straight down the street and speak to Greffar. He will show you how to work in big moving platform we call the Crow's Lift, and that will take you up to the pub. On's there! Look for a fellow name by the name of Bateron. He's the proprietor of the wench. He might curse like an oil-sodden sailor, but that man got a soft spot and a wide eye for newcomers like yourself. He will set you straight. Got all that? Good! Now run along. May the navigator guide you on your journey. Hello there, folks. You can say stuff.
Hello there.
You have begun a quest. Use the duty list to complete your task. Also, guys, this is not a tutorial for mega super beginners. I'm really trying to focus on the story. If you guys want to have a super tutorial for super beginners where I actually like literally explain every single system in the game, tell me in the comment section down below. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. If you don't mind visiting the Drowned Wrench, the Crow's Lift will take you there. Let's get going. Also, the arrow keys are not working. So, let's speak to good old pirate Bateron. Greeting to see you, lass. What it will be? You ain't here for a drink, are ye? You've come with a look mind trying to year and you venturing, I reckon. Well, will ye find no surgical work here in Limsa? I hate this guy so much. The name's Bateron, and this is the most hospital of hostaries in the Drowning Wench. This is also the what? This also the Omo of the Adventurers Guild here in Limsa. That's why we've got a deck specially for your Aldlin business, guild business. Terrible. And why I seem to spend more time saving the necks of whelps like yourself than wetting their throats on me regulars. Adventurers have a knack for finding trouble, see? Not that they need it in these spots, on account of there being trouble wherever ye look. If ye manage to steer clear of all the fishbacks and the kobolds outside the city, the pirates on the inside will get ye instead. And if they don't manage, there's always the Galilean Empire to finish the job. Oh, and no one knows what they're planning, of course. But they're planning anything. You can be sure that to kill us is the lot of us. Aye, this town seems peaceful at a glance. No, it doesn't. But look again and you will see people living of fear of the tomorrow what might bring. And who can blame them after everything that's happened? Eorzea took a mighty blow during the calamity, but our homes weren't the only things that got wiped off the face of existence in that thrice damned bastard of a dragon. It took us bleeding memories too, and no one's been able to explain the ways that makes one an ounce of sense. No one, the folks what saw it lived to tell the tale and seemed to agree on how the tale actually goes. It's so foggy, like recollections from an hard night on the ale. I really don't like to voice this person. You can imagine why people might fear the future if they can't rightly recall the past. But there's one thing we all remember, and that's the group of adventurers that laid down their lives to drag Eorzea back from the brink when she was bound for the abyss. Well, I say we remember. Truth is, though we ain't forgotten what they did for us, this goddamn calamity spawned memory loss that robbed us of their names. It won't even let us picture their damn faces. 'Tis like staring at a gulls flying off in front of the sun. All ye see in your mind's eye is a shadow set against a blinding glare. And that's how every bugger describes it, by the way. Give or take the odd gull. It's what got peoples calling these heroes the warrior of light. If limbs are ever going to put its time of darkness behind it, it's going to need venturers to help banish the fear. It's going to need new heroes like the ones we lost. Maybe one day you will be one of them, and that's why any aid we can give to adventurers is efforts well spent. What you say, lass? You willing to lend us your strength? I don't got a choice, have I? Me thanks to ye and to the navigators and all. I knew she'd steered ye me way for a reason. But listen to me yattering like a sun-touched fishwife. What? This might time we got your mark in the book. Put your scroll right there, but I can't write. I can only look at my hand and do this. And I can only point my hand forward. I can't actually write in the game. Shion Sansa, is it? A fine name it is. Congratulations, you're now an upstanding member of the Adventurers Guild. You there, adventurer. You sailed on the last ferry, did you not? The captain reported being attacked by a pirate vessel, and several witnesses have testified independently that a passenger, matching your description, went out on deck mere moments before the incident took place. Sending your friends signals, were you? Now, all in there, moment, officer. You got the wrong lass. That's fine, upstanding young ladies, me dear departed grandma's sister, niece, cousin's closest companion. The lass wouldn't be caught dead fraternizing with such unsavory elements. Is that right? You are surely aware of the recent kidnappings. Respectfully then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at a time when the loyalty of our closest friends is in about. Aye, you make a good point there, officer. A very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry, though. I keep an eye open at all times. Me and two more often than not. Now, sir, what do you tankard of me finest ale before you return to your duties, eh? Not a watered-down cup of piss like last time, I should hope. Ain't got the finest idea what you're on about, officer. The wench might offer some of the cheapest grog this side off the Strait o' Meltor, but don't mean we don't get ye good and pickled. And look, there's a chair over there just crying out to be sat on, so kick off them heavy boots, eh? You'll have to excuse these eager bloody yellow jackets. There being a spate of kidnappings, you see. And they ain't got a clue who's behind them. Naturally, they have taken to clapping irons to anyone who looks vaguely suspicious, which means venturers, visitors, and pretty much every bugger else in this town. Don't take it personal, though. Us Lominzans can be headstrong bunch of bastards, this is true, but given time, we'll grow on you. Now where was I? Hi! Welcome to Limsa Lominza, where the sea's as green as the faces of me patrons after a few too many black belly whiskies. Now take a moment to gather your wits and we'll get started with learning ye the ways of the city. And that was a huge cutscene for the beginning of the game. Hi. Huge cutscene. This concludes the introduction game tutorial. Now we have taken the first step as an adventurer in the city of Limsa Lominza. Listen well to the wisdom of Bethoran's 10 fingers, then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that awaits you. And this is the moment where we are already free to go and do stuff. However, I would like to upgrade my interface and all of that thing. So we will call the end for the introductory episode. Obviously, on the Twitch and YouTube live side things, you will not see any interruptions at all. We will do it all live. However, I need to upload my interface to this character and continue on the next one. This has been the first episode of Final Hanantasy 14, not 17. And I'm getting head shaken by my dear Fox. Why are you shaking your head, dear?
You always do something wrong. What have you done wrong this time?
I have not done anything wrong.
The interface?
That's normal when you create a new character. You don't have the interface loaded.
Okay, I'll let you off then. For
Well
once.
done. Guys, you know where to find us. Please interact with the video. Tell us your favorite movie reference. Tell us how long you'd like these episodes to be. Do you like these episodes to be like the full 2-3 hour per stream? Do you want them to be shorter like this one, for example? I know this one's especially short because I have to do some shenanigans. But tell us in the comment section down below. Come find us. Be live on Twitch if you want to become a Pokemon on stream. All that good sorts, and we'll see each other in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye. Alrighty.
Oh, I like finger.
Small little problem. I couldn't create Shion on Shiva because Shiva is full. So she's currently on the Zodiac server. We can technically still play together. But I'm on a different server. However, since we are switching to XIV at level 18 anyhow, not a big deal. So, yeah, it's bad that we have it on a different server, but since we're switching relatively early anyhow, I'm not too worried about it. That should be the new character. 1440. No, this is the right. 14. This seems to be the new character. So let's quickly log in, check if everything's all right. How are you doing, Fox?
I'm doing okay.
Cool.
I was making a post.
I figured you were watching your phone all the time, so yeah.
Well, I couldn't really do much during the story part, could I? So I just stayed
There is
quiet.
not much to do, and we both know that cutscene fantasy is like a thing. So there's a lot of talking happening for me, at least. So Shion Zanza, let's log in. Yeah, it's kind of messy that I have to do it on different server, but it's only until level 18, then I can. Original plan still apply.
What was the original plan?
Do it on Shiva, obviously.
Well, obviously, yes.
But yeah, switching to XIV, obviously.
Now I need to do this.
That worked beautifully. Alrighty. So, let's put it to episode 2.
me open the chat. Okay. Put that down. No, I don't want you on the other computer. My gosh.
Let's load the interface. Yep. So, intro, second episode. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, episode 2 of Final Fantasy 14. Welcome to Hanantasy or Hanantasy, Final Hanantasy. I think I called it Final Hanantasy. Getting our Throth bearings or how Throth things. The interface is loaded, guys. We have finished the first intro episode. The interface is loaded. This is obviously interface you're going to see for the rest of the story. And this interface is already made. And we are going to very hard focus on the game. But we cannot leave until we accept our first quest here, obviously. Ninja veteran. Okay, well, would you look at this? A shiny new adventurer. Listen close, lass. I have some information that might just put you on the map here in Limsa. I was passing through the Bulwark Hall below not long ago, and I saw a bunch of herbs just scattered around on the ground. Now, I'm not entirely certain, but I think they might have been the black market wares known as dream flowers. Limsa is a busy port, and not all merchants that blow in across the strait are above board, if you know what I mean. How these plants get up in the mizzen mast, who knows? Might have been a really big deal gone bad. The most important thing is you make a name for yourself by handling them in. Speak to Scanrail and she will get you down to the first floor, and then all you have to do is pick up the herbs and take them to Adleskiff at the Octant. Being a worldly captain, he knows a thing or two about shady goods. He probably deals with themselves. Probably. Now, I fully get that the quest log is blocked by the camera. We might move the camera down to the bottom left to block the chat. We'll do that in the coming episodes. You forgot to do something? Well, it never hurts to take a moment to think about what you were going. Leaving the down wrench. Yes, we can either do it by the elevator. We can either do it by the elevator, or we can simply walk down, basically. I have to speak to Badaran. He wants to give me the main quest. Okay. Okie dokie. So. Right then, lass. Let's start you off nice and easy with 3 tasks. What will help you get used to the life here in Limsa. Firstly, I skipped the text box. Second of all, there's an Aetherite, a device that can move ye from one place to another in a blink of an eye. Ain't no swifter than travel, providing then there's an Aetherite where you want to go. Of course. Have a jet with the yellow-checked god down there, and he'll be treated to a lecture on the workings of the device. Before ye do that, though, remember to touch the thing. Strange as it sounds, it won't work until you have. Second on the list is the marketplace. You will find weapons and armor and all your venturing bits and pieces for sale in the district that lies beyond the Aetherite. Don't go drowning your guild around there just yet, though, or you will get fleeced quicker than you can say, "Where my compass light?" Have a word with the Swaz of Bled instead. He's the head of the Merchants League, by the way. Give him this old Octan and he will treat you well. And I skipped the text box again because I am fancying clicking the mouse. I should click the keyboard instead. I guarantee you will learn a few new tricks swinging that Ed Splitter of yours if you join their crew. Blutoda at the front desk is the one to get you started. Got all that lass seeing to them 3 tasks I'll tell ye on a little jaunt around the city and help you work out where everything is. Now, best I've been getting on running along, eh? Bugger it, there I go sending ye off without telling ye somewhat crucial. That bloody calamity's made a right mess of me memory, I swear. Well, that or the ale. Any road, while you're out, if ye happen to pass any poor sods but look like they might be needing your help, Consider them giving a tale of the old woe listen. Sounds like a chore, I'll admit, but you never know what interesting opportunities could be lurking out there, just waiting for ye to stumble upon them. For example, Nininja over there yonder and been casting glances at ye since ye waltzed in. Why not lend an ear and see what she has to say? We already did. Ye like to find yourself running around odd errands in the beginning, but once ye build reputation as a woman the folks can trust, the jobs will get harder and the rewards more generous. If you have time, you also seek advice from the old smith here in the wench. The lads as a bear as a title have for some fine advice for you them, and what they're just starting out in a profession. And that, my girl, is how you go about becoming a legend amongst adventurers. I don't know. Killing gods might have something to do with that, not like making a name for myself. But who knows about these things, right? Alrighty. Since we are on a different server, I don't have access to any of my things. So we'll quickly skedaddle skedoodle. It's now a noodle. We are trying to get our main quest as fast as we can to level 20 or 18. I have to check on Izalith, and then yeah, we'll switch on over to the other server where obviously all of my friends are. So
you have friends?
I can leave Discord if you'd like. He's just smiling. Also guys, every time one of my friends is live here on stream, we will have a screen share down below to my guests basically, so that we can have a nice picture-in-picture if something happens on their side. We'll try not to spoil any of the content, but if it happens, it happens. But we are not talking about any spoilers whatsoever until we have reached the story point in itself. And as for this one side quest right here, I'm just skipping over the text because I just want to focus on the main quest and get along basically. Also, I will not explaining most of the systems. I will explain fights and classes and such, but I will not explain most of the systems. Ah, another novice adventurer. Aye, Butteron has sent more than a few of your kind this way of late. I am Sundimal, one of the Yellow Jacket tasked with keeping the peace in the city. It is also my charge to provide guidance in the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Aetherites are crystalline structures that tap into ethereal energies. They are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow with ether. And these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea. Any adventurers worthy of their name will wish to seek out and attune herself to each one. Once you have expanded your horizons beyond the walls of the city, you will soon find yourself performing acts of attunement as a matter of the course. There is, however, no need for unseemly haste. The Aetherites found around the city will be sufficient for the present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about the Aetherites and transportation magic, I will be here to answer your questions. Return learned, and you are now in tune with the Aetherite. Alrighty, just as a reminder, we might do a few important blue quests, and yes, we are in Limsa indeed. The dancing of the bee's knees has commenced, and she's slightly out of sync, and that is annoying me. So, let's get going. Fine morning to you, madam. Welcome to the most replete market in the grand realm of Eorzea, where every shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all the four corners of the world. Pray browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache from oogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. Well, that's a sales pitch. Now, as much as I would love to elaborate on the unrivaled quality of our merchandise, I must tend to some cargo, but recently arrived at the docks. You bear a gift from Balderon? Well, whatever it could. Ah, my octant. By the navigator, I must have left it in the wench, along with a week's pay and several builds worth of intoxicated memories. I am most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain, you see. Needless to say, your good deed must be repaid. And what better recompense than the wisdom of a master's merchant? I don't know, I'd like Gil. If it is a simple and sturdy adventuring equipment you seek, you need look no further than the east and west arms of Hanantasy. Lest you doubt that each gil you invest in arms and armor will be money well spent. Adventuring is, after all, a dangerous profession by its very nature. It goes without saying that Hanantasy boasts stalls specializing in the tools of every martial discipline imaginable. And within but a few steps are bazaar and apothecaries that will most amply supply all your potion and perishable needs. Our keen-eyed agents procure a frankly befuddling range of wares during their sojourns to distant shores, so it pays to become familiar with each type and price of the goods offered by each stall. Such knowledge will serve you well if you pursue is light, or if your purse is light, or your time is short. Ah, but verbal instructions of this kind will only profit you so much. Experience has ever been the surest teacher, if not the kindest. I invite you to explore the markets for yourself. Alrighty. So, I need to go to the Morodos Guild. That's what I will do once I touch this crystal right here. And we have to do a small visit to our Mughal service, because I have a bunch of mail to get to. So let's have this synced and let's get going. So what are you doing, Fox?
Hunting
log?
I'm putting off.
You kinda didn't transmit.
Putting off the fact fight tight.
Okay. You probably need to lower your voice recognition because you are cutting out quite a lot. But you've been putting off fighting Titan, which is boo. And as mentioned, guys, I'm not gonna like explain every single mechanic out there in the game. There's a lot of tricks and things that we're gonna do that we are going to abuse, but stuff like the aesthetician, I don't know, the guy that cuts your hair, for example, we have all that unlocked on the Isolith side as well. We don't really need that. I might do it for the text box, really, but yeah, we're only going to play this character as long as we have to, and then we're switching to the other one because the other one already has the microtransaction to it. She will look exactly the same. She will have exactly the same quest status, so we will not skip anything nor miss anything. So let's quickly talk to the Mughal. And we have a few mails to get to. So let's quickly take everything. We don't really need to skin stuff, so we'll leave the skin stuff in. We don't need any of the pets. We don't need any of the mounts, really. The friendship circlet we'll need. We need nothing of this. We don't need nothing of that. Let's get a chocobo, why not? We don't need any of the minions. That is all on the other character. So let's take this. We don't need any of this right here. Don't need any of this right here. We don't need the Cascadier uniforms here. We don't need the Fantasia up in here. We don't need the Curl Bell. We don't need the Behemoth Barding. We don't need Baby Behemoth. We don't need the Helm of Light. But I have a high mailbox capacity, so I need to delete a few things. Because I am in need for my earrings. So because I have pre-ordered one or multiple of the add-ons of Final Fantasy, every time we get an earring, which helps us level new characters. So let's see. It needs a while to refresh, so we will visit the Marauders Guild right now, and then we shall be on our way. So why are you putting off fighting Titan, Fox?
Because it's Titan.
Just do it.
And yes, but we spent the whole week planning for this moment.
Yes.
And you kept saying, just wait till you get to Titan. I can't wait to see you fight Titan. Just wait. And I have no idea what is expected of me.
I expect you to die.
All I know is that I'm likely... Exactly. And you're not even alongside of me.
Well, if you wait for a week, which I don't, suggest, I will be probably there. But just go ahead, because I'll catch up, and then we do more story stuff. Oh, there, adventurer curious about the Marauders Guild, eh? Any axe worth swing, 2 hands on the haft, and a blade that can make short work of a galley mast. That's the kind of weapon our members train to use with deceptive swiftness and ultra-predictable force. Are you interested in hearing more or less? Then why don't I give you a short version of the guild's founding history and we can go from here. It all started with ships, you see. And what have ships got to do with axes, ye ask? Well, building them wouldn't be bloody difficult without a sturdy tool of lop down trees for timber. Well, we kinda have the botanist for that, but details. And since the only navigator herself knows when a ship will run afoul of the storm or worse, it will make sense of the crew's carpenter to carry an axe on board, aye? It all started with shipbuilding and ship repair. What, am I boring you? Nah. As I was saying, any tool on a ship can become a weapon. And the axe was perfect for hooking yourself over the rail of an enemy vessel, letting loose in a whirl of steel, and generally laying waste to all about ye. As more seafarers took up axes as their weapons of choice, so that the bloody art of the marauder began to take shape, especially among pirates, where the strength and skill decided your place in the world. With an eye of assembling crews of battle-ready raiders, the pirates started teaching the proper ways to wield in a chopping blade to their new recruits, and that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. But once a Galadian Accord was signed to unite the Maelstrom and the pirates against Limsa's enemies, the whole game changed. The Accord itself was a dismal failure, of course, but the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirate elements. It had been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. The members of this new Marauders Guild weren't no greed-driven cutthroat either. They were warriors that sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. If mastering the axe is at your heart's desire, then you will find no better arena to which practice your swings. Think it over and then let me know if you fancy joining our ranks. If feeling, I'll be seeing more of you less. So, I've actually decided to disable the Fox stream down below because of potential spoilers, because this is a story playthrough, so that we don't see what the Fox is on, so you guys don't get spoilered if you have a little wink down here. So, for the story part, there will be no picture-in-picture. We've decided to swing an axe with the Marauders then. Alright then, all that's needing now is to speak with the axe master himself. Sounds simple? I've seen folks slink out the door than rather put themselves in the path of unnerving glare. That's the bloke right there in the middle of the room. Rinzen is his name. Put some steel in your spine and look at him straight in the eye when you talk to him, lass. Good fortune to ye. And you have now unlocked a Titan. Yes, I am What?
I'd already unlocked it.
Alright. Yes, I am Rinzen, the Axe-Master they call me. Not the most imaginative of titles, I agree, but one should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of the Marauder is used to rend, to cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way or to simply outfight our adversaries. We seek to overwhelm them. The Marauder must be the most powerful and enduring presence on the battlefield. We must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of a steel whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without equal. No doubt the question has already been put to you by Bluthota. But once more shall I challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for this bloody carnage that awaits the initiate of the Marauders Guild? Yeah, obviously. Oh, the arrow keys work now. Nice. Very well. Your name. Attend me well. Then, Shion, hold fast to this moment of dedication. The path of the Marauder is jagged and a perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will oft times be your own. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let us waste no time in testing the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straightway into combat as befits a novice with your discipline. Go forth and slay the bleating, scurrying, crawling pests of the plague of the outskirts of Lobimza. Lost lambs, wharf rats, and little ladybugs shall be your piteous adversaries to this day. Return to me once 3 of each creature has fallen to your blade. Alrighty. That was a lot of blah 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 for just kill 3 things. Now we go to the plaza and we do our first quest. Also, we have to report to Balderon, but let's quickly do the Marauder quest because we have to do it anyways. And I would like to show you guys the Titan fight that Fox is about to do, but A, it would be spoiler. B, it's much funnier with just the screaming. So, and I can see it, you guys can't, but we hear the screaming. So that screaming will be her again once we reach the part, and she must join us. Also put your music on 100. Because the soundtrack is really good at Titan. Also, I received a middle finger for that comment. Let's kill something. We might have to relog to get some of our earrings into the mailbox. But hey, it's gonna be totally fine. We're just pressing tab and we're just pressing 1 and well, that's it. That's literally the first quest. I think the beginning of Final Fantasy is purposely designed that you cannot fail it whatsoever. If you manage to die here, something went wrong, you had to go AFK, or your dog had some funny noises in the hallway or something like that, but I don't think you actually can fail the very beginning of the game. Level 3, by the way. Let's kill the Lost Lambs. Now, Fox, bow down, Overdweller. Have fun with the fight. Put the music to 100. Because the music's very good. Oh, your tank is attacking. There should be this. Now I can watch the Fox's screen, so it's gonna be fun. Gonna be fun. I actually don't know how strong the story Titan fight is, so she might die, she might die. Oh, that was close. That was close. Let's quickly relog. We might be able to grab our earrings if we relog into the game. Fox is still alive, mind you.
Where's he gone? Why is that tank naked?
We call that a gladiator armor. It's not naked. You could be Emperor's gear, but you could be. I'm not denying that, but you know. Didn't happen.
What didn't happen?
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
You're expecting me to die.
Oh yeah, 100%. Titan Extreme was the second Extreme fight that I've ever played. And boy, was that a noob filter. That filtered players like crazy. So let's quickly talk to the Moogie Moogle. And one of the earrings should have popped up. Fox is still alive. I'm actually surprised.
No faith in your pupil.
No. 0. You're actually doing quite well. You're actually dodging things. Not a single earring. Well, blimey. I have to relog again. Sorry guys, it's just what happens. You guys go skip ahead a few minutes and then I have my earring equipped. Hey, you actually made it. I got a middle finger. A very tall one. Shrivelly. And with a ring on it.
You're mean.
Oh well. I'm mean? I'm getting the one with middle finger and I said well done. How am I mean?
No, you didn't say well done. You went,
I
oh, I'm
did.
surprised he's still alive.
Yes. That's a compliment. Stay hydrated. Also, I'm very shiny. It's very warm in this room.
You're also dressed in white.
Yes, I am dressed in white.
Yes, you look good in white.
There's the first earring. So let's grab a little bit of extra experience. Because XIV is level 29. And I would like to reach level 29. I would very much like to reach level 29 with this character. Otherwise, it's gonna be fine, trust me. But I'd like to reach level 29. Let me quickly check the inventory settings. Item settings. We do not want the armory chest under no circumstances. This is actually something that I would highly recommend you guys do not do. Do not store all newly obtained items in the armory chest. Click that option off and store it in the inventory. The armory chest is one of the most convoluted systems that makes no sense at all. It has its purpose, but why store new items in there? That's stupid. You are returned to me a different woman. Already your face shows a harder cast, a realization of the slaughter of which you are capable. But there is much training to be done before you will wield the axe to its fullest potential. Learn well your lesson, build your strength, and make of each swing an instinctive act. You shall have this hunting log to aid you in your endeavor. Its pages are marked with opponents suitable for honing your skills. There are, of course, a myriad of methods by which you might improve your techniques, but when the way forward is not readily apparent, the log provides a reliable source of challenges. Every blow of your weapon will clear another step towards the mastery of the Marauder way. Implacable, relentless, such must be your momentum on both the practicing grounds and on the battlefield. And every 5 levels we are receiving what is receiving a word for? Receiving a Marauder or class quest. So let's talk to our friend Baderon And let us receive the next main story quest. So, we might do the novice hall as well. For the experience ring, we might skip it because the novice hall takes a long time to do. And we want to reach as fast as we can level 18 in the main story quest. And by the way, if I say level 18, I mean the main story progression. I don't actually mean character level, because character level in Final Fantasy means jack shit. It's so fast, it's not relevant. Dear Arya Xion, enjoy your jaunt around the city, did you? If you mean to base yourself in Limsa, that won't be the last time you will visit them 3 places. And now you got some idea of what's where. You can start exploring the rest of the town. You've shown a good ear for listening, lass. Stick with old Batter and you'll go far. Level up! The Limsa, are ye, Xion? Oh, ye fancy a trip outside the city walls. I'd like you to visit an orchard by the name of Summerford Farms. Ever heard of the place? The owner, Stilrin, is an old mate of mine. He's got himself a crew of mostly reformed pirates, if ye can believe that. And he's been trying to bring a bit of life back to the fields after Calamity ruined the soil. He mentioned been eating another ant or two, and your name sprang to mind. I gave ye a glowing recommendation, so make sure ye work hard and impress the old bastard. You need directions, the place ain't too hard to find. Just take the Zephyr Gate out of the city and follow the road northeast. Alrighty. So, as you guys can already tell, my interface is ready-made. All the buttons are ready-made where they need to be. I don't actually need to change anything, because that's a nice thing about the Final Fantasy stuff. You can take your file structure that you have. So if you go into your C drive or whatever, no, it's probably the C drive, because it is in your user in My Documents. And if you go into My Documents, you will find My Games. You go into My Games, you will see a Final Fantasy folder. And there is a FFXIV folder with a hex code behind it. And that hex code behind it is your actual character. Those things inside of that character, if you copy that into a new character, you copy over all of the interface, all of the settings, all of the key bindings, all of the macros, absolutely everything. And if you want to specifically transfer a interface, you transfer the add-on file. Why is it called the add-on file? No one knows. I have a good guess. Because the reworker, the, well, director behind this game, Yoshida producer, has openly said he's a big fan of World of Warcraft, if I recall correctly. And in World of Warcraft, the only way to change your interface back in the days was through a system we call add-ons. Now you can change your interface. The file is actually called add-on. So I think the word or file name add-on stems from the World of Warcraft likeness of Yoshida producer, who really very much likes the game. So yeah, I think that's the primary reason, really. Alrighty, we have done the next level up. Let's kill these 2 right here to get a little bit of our hunting log experience. So, hunting log done, a little bit of extra experience. Because we need to reach at least level 25 to do the last class quest that we can do. Although I think Izalith has not done of class quest. But I will check in between the next episode. So I can give you a proper update on where the character is in the next episode. Ah, you must be the adventurer Baderon promised to send along. Shion Zanza, was it? You honored his word, and so that's a good start. I'm Stelwern, the old bastard, as Batter unlikely described me, and this is my humble orchard. A good number of the lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas, and if you've been wondering why I employ these scrags, well, they used to crew my pirate ship. But the calamity did for our ship like it did for many others, and I was sore wounded into a bargain. I had to feed myself and my crew somehow, and Admiral Merrill Webb initiative to get us landlocked buccaneers working in the fields seems to work too fine to an offer to refuse. Look at him.
Return to the waking sun.
Pray return to the wakings. Fresh players can be very happy that it is relatively easy to return to the pray to the waking sands, because 14 years ago we had to walk there, and we had to walk there many times because the quest amount was much higher than it is today, because the quest amount has actually been reduced. So we spent a lot of time walking in the past. Well, it turns out you can take a pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. And a lot of my blokes just never took tending to the soil, you see? And unfortunately, the botanists I called in to train them having been wringing their hands in black despair. With so much work piling up, I need a tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. Okay, we could get gold, but we need a certain equipment state at some point to continue, because I know this because we created 2 characters for funsies on the other side, so I know we need a little bit of gear. I have my mind set out to you to a task, Zanza, but before I do, I need you to be sure that you're properly kitted out. Pirates don't care to parley with dandies, you understand? It might well be that the ones here have traded the outclass for cutlets, for coulters, but they are still rogues in my heart. I'm hungry, can you tell that that's why I said cutlets? I want to have like a nice like cutlet of like fried chicken on like a bun with a nice barbecue smoked burger sauce, a nicely salted slice of tomato on top of it, and then some melty cheese on top. Oh, I would take that. I know, a solid set of gear when you see it. Come back when you think you're most suitably equipped. Equip your head, body, hands and legs and feet with gear item level 5 or greater to speak. So now we unfortunately need to do a few side quests to gain a little bit of gold. So let's see what side quests we can find. First of all, let's equip these boots. Okay, they are purely money, so let's quickly get some side quests done, because we need a little bit of money to buy ourselves a little bit of extra gear. So let's see. I think once we've done these 2 quests, I think we're pretty good on Gil, so that we can ignore the Aetheryte. So let's... we have to go back there anyhow. We have the teleport tickets? We do have the teleport tickets. Very nice. Where can I set the teleportation cost again? I don't know, but we have the return button, so we can easily do that. What do we need to do actually? Remove rocks and pick up debris and harvest Lanocean oranges. Okay. So we need a little bit of money to start out. Grab all of the items here. Do we have something to sell as well? Not really, we cannot sell the items that we have. No, we cannot sell any of the items we have for cheap gil in the beginning. Okay. As mentioned before, we will not go into any crafters or any of that sort. We will simply focus on the main story and character story. Class story, sorry. So this should be the bees hunting log, and that it is. Now we have done that. Now we have to still get to the orchard over there. We have one item here. And yes, I am kind of glad I disabled the screen-in-screen feature down here, because what Fox is currently looking at would be major spoilers for. So yes. Until we are on par on story, we will not have a picture-in-picture feature. You more orangis? We can simply ignore the Vespa. I don't know why it's called a flower Vespa. Is Vespa really an English word? Guys, stay dehydrated, very important. Oh, Fox is looking semi-shocked.
I didn't expect this.
Good, that's what good storytelling is. That's what good storytelling is.
What a bitch.
No spoilers, obviously.
No.
So, let's press P for teleport. I'm gonna also highlight my keyboard layout, because my keyboard layout is a little special, and the best button that we have is for Duty Finder. If you're German, that would probably make more sense to you, but our Duty Finder is on Ü for Instanz, because in German it's called Instanz. So it's Ü for Instanz. So let's quickly buy some gear. We have about 500 gil.
So mine is on F for instance.
For instance, yes. This should give us a lot of extra cash to work with. 50, not a lot of extra cash really. Let's see. We need a level 5 hempen tabard. We need a helmet. And we need hands. Now we are short a little bit of money, unfortunately. We're short money. Oh, but we can present ourselves. Awesome. Man, I look dashing. I got the MMO style, okay? I got the MMO style right there. Can we teleport? Can we teleport? Let's see. Not enough gil. Or I can set the settings again. Let me quickly check. Let me quickly check the settings. Favorite destination. Box settings on the teleport menu. Ah, there it is. Let's put that to 0 gil. Always use. Always use, and now we can teleport around really quickly. Saves us a bunch of time. So, and once presented ourselves to Stelwyn, once we presented ourselves, we're gonna switch on to episode 3. Because timer. Let's have a look at you, shall we? Oh, as long as you're this well covered, I won't feel any guilt throwing you to the sharks. Look at this green. I don't like green. This is terrible. Erstwhile buccaneers are an ornery lot. They rage in love for the sea and care for the little of the laws of the land. But they respect strength. By the looks of you, I'd say you have a little trouble getting their attention. Give me the axe. Zanza, the aura of confidence tells me that you're not been idle since last we met. I never moved. I hope I have read you all right. For I have a task that requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? Good to hear. Then I shall lay before you the sorry tale. You will have heard rumors about abductions. Aye, citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Limsa Lominsa, as if plucked from the face of Hadelin, boots and all, by an unseen hand. And what's this got to do with Summerford Farms, you might ask? Well, that remains to be seen. But it seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with an azure tattoo face have been creeping up to the edge of the fields and spying on me yeoman. Now, I doubt anyone would enjoy being scrutinized by such savages at the best of times, but the farmhands are convinced that they are kidnappers of the rumor, coming for their hides. Needless to say, they are beside themselves with worry, and their work's suffering for it, which is the very last thing I need when my old crewmen are still getting used to their new jobs. This is a struggle to get them to leave the farmhouse of the morning. That is, as they say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattooed thugs for me? Good lass. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the sooner this place will start to resemble a working farm again. I suggest you begin by having a look around Season Grotto. Reports are to be believed our unwelcome visitors occupied the place. Careful though, Zanza. I couldn't say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with here, but if they are the kidnappers, well, just be on your guard, alright? Now with that little questy, we are going to switch to the end of episode 2. Guys, down in the comment section down below, am I doing a good job? Am I doing a terrible job? Or just come to twitch.tv/Hanantasy and LivePlay HZTV and tell me to my face. If you put a comment down in the comment section below on YouTube, I will safely ignore your advice. Till the next episode. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. She's shaking her head at me. Little story twist right there. At your side.
That was just mean.
Yep.
I mean, even
a good story is told by unexpected things. So I'm gonna quickly take a short little leak and we're gonna return to Waking Sands. Bye, guys.
Yeah, probably.
Well, let's quickly check Isolith. So I know where the cutoff point is.
And you need to mute WhatsApp.
Really? Well, it was not on a recording, so it's totally fine. Then you got the house, by the way.
Good.
Which means now we own the neighborhood! Basically. We own the neighborhood! Now you need to reach level 50 and finish A Realm Reborn. And get a high company rank. So that if another house becomes free, we have 3 houses in the neighborhood. That would be fun.
So you want to kick me out already?
No. No. You're gonna invite me into your house as well, and I will place down 50 carbuncles on the floor in the entrance. I've done that before. Okay. So, level 25 war. Easy. Main story. What a great cutoff.
Sound.
Huh?
You made an interesting sound.
Yes. The cutoff is what poor people think. Gonna be a great in. That's the cutoff. What poor people think. Can I now create a new character on Shiva? Nah. Who gives a damn?
You'll be 18 and I know you have to make it to...
I need to be 18. I need to be 18 and level 25 warrior. Which is honestly, how quick do you level in this game? No problem at all. Leave the queue because I have this intro sound. Oh, it's Nickelback! It's Nickelback! I recognize the beard. It's Nickelback! Yup, it's 100% Nickelback. I recognize that beard. Nickelback! So, let's get on in. Episode 3! Hi, ladies and gentlemen of Hanantasy or Hanantasy. I don't know. Is it Hanantasy? Is it Hanantasy? What is it, Fox?
Hanantasy.
Hanantasy. It is Hanantasy, episode 3 of Hanantasy. Let's beat up some scoundrels. Let's get into the game and, well, hit some scoundrels. I have looked up where the cutoff point for this character is, where we switch on over to the originally planned character. It is the level 18 story quest, What Poor People Think. I'm poor. And a level 25 warrior quest we have done, and that is the cutoff point for this character, where we will no longer be playing this one and we switch to the one that has a few microtransactions already bought, because I want to have my nice little ears, because I've been using them all the time and I've never switched off of them ever since they got available, and I will never switch off of them. So Fox, how's the story so far?
Do I have to say?
Yes.
I'm a little shocked after the last cutscene. Well, I'm not going to say anything, but I wasn't expecting it.
Okay. So, how does this story compare to World of Warcraft story?
World of Warcraft doesn't have story.
Thank you. That is absolutely true.
One thing it does have is from A to B to D to C to A to B to D to C.
From A to B to C to A to B to A to C to A to B to A to B to A. That's my favorite song from my album, the MMO Tales.
Level up.
Nice. I still need to kill one more bogey. And then we are going to do the solo dungeon here. Every time you guys see these shiny lights here, you will see a solo instance or a combat cutscene or whatever you want to call it. But it is a solo instance, basically. You're about to enter an instance battle. Instance battle. Yep, okay. So you have to do the solo. So let's go on in.
You are solo.
I'm always alone.
Liar.
私は夜の星であり、私は朝の空である。その筆跡に刻まれた船乗りたちの鎮魂歌よ。
I'm a huge fanboy of this character. I'll straight up admit that.
海で生まれて海で死ぬ。リムサロミンサに生きる民の生き様ね。海に帰ることができた船乗りには海難事故が起きぬように祈りを。大地に散った船乗りには彼らの魂が海へ戻るための祈りを。あなた、最近サマーフォード礁に出入りしている冒険者ね。噂の人さらいを追ってたんだけど、外れだったかしら。
It's the fox! When she's hungry.
ここのエーテルの乱れは人為的なものだった。人さらいを
No, it's my pet.
ここに二人。
Yeah. The fox literally has a gobbo pet currently because it sneezes all the time, and if you've been part of the stream, you know that I sneeze a lot because Polanski and such. So, yeah.
I have my very own Hannah.
If you have this as a mount, it also sneezes.
Oh gosh.
Yup. Flashbang number 2. That was flashbang number 2. Oh, I don't have aggro yet. Okay. I only get aggro at level 10, apparently. Okay. Let's just hit it with the old 1-2 punch. Hey, you can do your class quest now that you cleared a story boss. Very cool. We got ads! Ads! Yeah, in the beginning you literally cannot fail. It's very easy in the beginning, but it is something that I very much agree with. I think the game should be really free in the beginning because it gets people playing the video game. Conjurer, would you like to, I don't know, help me with the ads? No? Oh, you're still focusing on the gobbo? Oh, well, then focus on the gobbo, I guess. There we go. Duty complete. I will make the text box a little bit bigger for the stream. But I have to do that once I'm in control with the text box. Otherwise, I cannot increase the size of it.
Hmm?
No, nothing.
Okay. Flashbang number 3. Also, I should increase the audio levels, maybe. Or... I mean, you can kind of tell, guys, but every time the screen lights up, the entire room lights up. This is a very bright screen. I wonder what this is.
Me?
星の声を聞く者よ。我が名はハイデリン。星の秩序を保っていた断りは乱れ、世界は今闇で満ちようとしています。闇はすべてを蝕む、すべての命を奪う存在。闇に屈せぬ光の意志を持つ者よ。どうか星を滅びより救うためにあなたの力を。光のクリスタルは闇を払う力。世界を巡り、光のクリスタルを手に入れるのです。
Huge crystal. That must weigh at least 2 kilos. At least. Man, this green dress is awful. I'd like to beg for some money just because so I can buy some soot and like recolor that shit. It's so bad.
I could send you some.
No, you can't.
Oh no, because you're in a different server.
We would have to do some market board tricks. But no.
Well, it's the thought that counts.
Yeah, sure. Sure. It's an excellent idea.
気がついた？やはりこの子無理やりにけしかけられたようね。グーブーの背中にこれが刺さっていたわ。このナイフ。ロープを扱う船乗りたちが使うものよ。どうやらこの件、船乗り、それも海賊たちが絡んでいるのは確かなようね。ところであなた大丈夫？エーテルにでも酔ったのかしら。戦闘の後急に倒れたから驚いたわ。え、大きなクリスタル？一体何の話を？これは思わぬ収穫もあったものね。私は もう少しこの件を追ってみるつもり。あなたは依頼主に注意を促しなさい。これを見せて海賊らしきものが暗躍しているとね。これから忙しくなりそうだわ。クリスタルの光が重なるとき、また会いましょう。
Alrighty, we are back in control, so let's keep running. As a reminder, level 18 story quest, level 25 marauder quest, where we cut things off and switch on over. And then I also have access to a little bit of extra gear, a little bit of colorings, you know, all of that stuff. And we will spend some time for some style gear as well. Basically, while I do want to focus very hard on the story, I also want to have fun while doing it. So we'll do stuff that is fun as well. Gonna be good. Gonna be good.
He has very questionable headwear.
Funny that you speak of the headwear, Fox. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but don't be too harsh of a judge. Zanza, right glad am I to see you safely returned. My lads were all gabbing about hearing what sounded like all 7 hells breaking loose near the grotto, and I feared I'd send you to your death. If you were in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I'd hate to think you would risk your life for naught. A blade pulled from the back of a creature you slew at the cave, eh? I'd agree that such a knife would be part of any seafaring man's kit. I'm starting to think that these ruffians are pirates, come to lure my farmhands back to a life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance in their doorstep and set a man-gobbo on you. Aye, the pirates have been adding to their numbers of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses on my employ to be on the guard against their schemes. You met someone else at the grotto? A woman with a strange contraption. Mwah! Ishtola! She's been in Limsa Lominsa for a good while now. Her studies of the ether often bring her out to the summer ford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. You may take my word for that. Where trust should be lacking is those yeomen of mine who have yet to wholly relinquish their pirate past. The temptation to return to the free and easy life of a buccaneer might prove too strong to resist. Give my thanks, Zanza. If it weren't for the efforts of stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be far worse a state than it is. You just keep on lending your talents to those in need, eh? Help Limsa bring the brighter future she deserves. That sea sloth Severin and his lot never round when there's work to be done. I'd sooner hire you for the sake of getting things done, but then the rapscallions would never learn. Round them up and let them know that Stelwyrn would like a word, and don't take no for an answer. Alrighty, let's speed up some schlackers. Speak with the schlacking yeoman. Whoops. Down here. Work, ha! Can't work when me hands are full lifting this mug. You know, I'd be wagering me lost gill if you'd never guess what I'm drinking. Swill wine. Well, you're right about the swill pod. Let's increase the size of the textbook. It might be worth a day of doing Stelwyrn's chores if it all affords me a taste of proper grog. So that text box might be a little hooga. You guys tell me down in the comment section down below if a smaller text box is fine because of cutscenes and such, or the bigger text box is better for you. I know that I just yawned while talking, and that is very inappropriate, so all I can say about that is, fuck you! I know that most of you guys are looking on a tablet on a phone and not on a big screen, so the bigger text box might be important. Ugh, how am I supposed to work on an empty stomach? Go on, have a guess what I had for breakfast. Ash tuna. What? Guys, how'd you know? It's in my breath, ain't it? It probably smells as wooden as the food tasted, but I know you're here. I'll just soon get some real food in me, but I ain't want to reject the summons from the captain. Well, you're a Lalafell, you can't really eat much, so all a potato for you. I'd suggest you kill the Iggy first. Oh, this guy's up there. Axes were made for splitting skulls and stumps. Went on slaughter. You bet your bosom I did last sight. Those were the days. I reckon now I'll be satisfied taking my axe to the trees. Well, actually, fighting with an axe and splitting wood, two different skill sets. Splitting wood, not that easy. Swinging an axe for battle, definitely not easy. Ignore the sewing machine. So, still wouldn't send you. And what do you reckon I say to that? Saucier seats, so. Damn right! Getting that gear by taking guff from any glorified godness. Let's suppose I could see what he wants to get him off my back. And the last one is somewhere over there. Ymithra is looking very bad. I don't know, did it say to focus on him or did it say to focus on the Iggy? Because it looks like the Iggy is not getting a lot of damage. I am Severin, and you the old man's errand girl now. Tell my dear old captain not to wet his britches, I'll be along. Oh, and just so we're clear, I don't care for landlubbers. Go find the chocobo you rode in on and ride on out. Now, there any hunting log thingy bobs that I need to look at? Ladybug, we'll find a ladybug. I think somewhere. It's only 75. Only 75. You continue to impress lass, but all Severin are accounted for. It's not fault of yours, he squirmed out. I've let that worm wriggle through my fingers more times than I can count. But rest assured, the next time I see him, I'll put him squarely in the dirt, where all such worms belong. Pains me to say, but all the gil in the world can't buy loyalty. There are some like you who can be trusted. But then there are others. Until now I had no choice but to rely on that charlatan Severin, even though I am full aware he's only doing shady deals behind my back. More than once I have heard tell of improper trading with goblins. I would not be the least surprised if you were happening right now. Not a bell ago, a sack of oranges has vanished, and Severin, as did Severin. I want you to find and confront the bastard for me, Zanza. I'm sure he's wrongdoing afoot. Just so be sure to doubt anything that comes out of his mouth. This is the first case of many cases where the game expects you to emote an NPC. I think it's fine. I think it's a little bit more than right-clicking the enemy. Yeah, I don't think it's actually a bad thing. I quite like it. Because right-clicking an NPC, everybody can do that, really. That was a yawn 3, I think. It's getting quite late. Everybody can right-click an enemy and open a quest log and press accept without even reading the quest, and then having an add-on tell him what the most gold is from the item, and just follow Questy on the map, and so he doesn't have to think. World of Warcraft. So actually doing emotes at NPCs is actually fine. Let's cast some doubt on him. What's this now? Stelwern sent you for the oranges? Huh? So the old bugger had known this whole time. What does it matter anyways? Listen, you're one of those goody-goody adventurer types, right? Go rescue me mates from those double-dealing goblins. They're just over yonder by the bonfire. Well, I think you're just gonna run away. That's what I think. Once we reach level 10, we'll do both class quests. Because currently we can only do single target damage. I don't know if that is locked behind a class quest. Do you have a question, Vox?
Sorry, I was dying. I'm already level 35.
Yes.
But
you have not turned in your quest yet.
Ah, okay.
So the skills that you have, we can show that on stream really quickly, because that's not really a spoiler. Open up your skills menu again and explain what question you had.
Because I did the quest, my level quest, and it came up. A new skill has been acquired, but on going to look at it, I can't actually equip it yet until I go back to her. Correct. But I thought I'd already got on to her, you see. Because
on your top right, you still have the quest log, and the quest is green with a check mark. But until you turn it in, your skill doesn't actually get updated. Up until, I believe, level 60, some skills are locked behind a quest. I know it's until level 50. I believe it is until level 60. Yes?
She was literally next to me. She could have waited.
I know she could have given it you right away, but you know what we call that? Wasting people's time.
Yes.
That's what we call it. We call that wasting people's times.
Where am I?
You hadn't got my dodo would have been cooked. Cooked dodo. His dodo would have been cooked. Okay. His dodo would have been. That can mean many things, Final Fantasy. I owe you one. Would have gotten away myself if not for Severin shoving me aside. What a bastard. And now Severin obviously is gone, right? Oh no, he's still there, he's still there, he's still there. You saved me mates, and for that I owe you. Suppose I should be shamed I couldn't clean up my own mess. But a pirate knows no shame. I got no qualms about going back on my word. I'm only giving you this sack because I like to cut off your jib. Take it to Osin and send him my regards. So you're making your dirty work my job now? Sack of oranges? Oranges?
Oranges.
Orangus, yes. Orangus. Guys, you have to say the names literally. This is not a little ladybug, it's a little ladybug.
No, try again.
It's a little ladybug. Ladybug. It's a Y. Ladybug. What do we have here? The delivery from Summerfoot Farms and as scheduled. Ha! That's the first time for everything. Well, look at that. Not a single one missing either. About the only things not here are those bagmen. I don't miss them one bit. Here's Stelwern's full payment. And with you, I can trust it will reach him. How do you know? Oh well, I don't want to walk. We are lazy. We are lazy people in Final Fantasy, and we are teleporting if we have to walk more than, I don't know, a minute or something like that. So we are teleporting around. Since we are on a schedule anyhow, and we are on stream and on a recording, the more time we save, the better it is. Back in one piece, that's a relief. How did you fare, Zanza? A sack of gil. How about that's mine? Ah, this is what I was aiming for. Looks to be all that I was owed, alright. Though I'd be telling you false if I claimed I not held out more hope for Severin. I was even willing to overlook his skimming off the top, but to sell us all short in favor of those godforsaken goblins. You would do well, mind yourself around that 2-gil cheat. If he would leave his own mates for that, then there is no telling what he would do to you. And I get a chesty chest. I get a chesty chest, so let's take the chesty chest. And please don't be green. Oh no, it's the puffy chest. Oh no, it's the puffy chest. I mean, it's not green at least, but it's very puffy. Have you gained weight? No. Those air cushions.
So tell us, what's worse, puffy or green?
Green. Fastest answer in the West. Rust. At this rate, the crops will never be ready for harvest. If we only had black loam, just a bit could send our stocks soaring. I'll bet Rodwinda knows where you might find some. Perhaps you might pay her a visit in the orchard. Yeah, well, then let's go down to the orchard. From A to B to C to A to B to A to B to A. To C to A to B to C to A. And that's the song of my people. No, that's actually the fire alarm. So, where are ye? Rodwidder. That gherkin got a head of cabbage if he thinks I'm fetching him black loam. But if you dare pinch some from the cookpot, then be my guest. Just mind you don't get trampled upon by the aurochs that dwell there. Once you have 3 bushels worth, take the black loam to Prevol at Tiller's Rest. He will know what to do. Alrighty. So we have to take down the biggie boys. But there's also a fate there that we cannot avoid. And since we need level 10 anyhow, let's quickly do the fate. Also, Fox, you can recolor your chocobo once you reach level 50. Chocobo, Carbuncle. Because I have a yellow one, because I like the Topaz Carbuncle. Also, important note for you maybe, if the sizes of your summons are too big, and if they take up too much space, you can actually reduce the size of your summons.
What do you mean by that?
The summons that you summon, like Ifrit and Titan, or the further summons that you get, without spoiling anything, these summons can be quite big on the screen. So if you like them smaller, that is a possibility. I received overpower. Hey, I have my AoE skill now. Nice. An axe to grind. Wonderful. Where do I need to go? Where do I need to go? Wait. Oh, I have not clicked the wall. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm trying to actually avoid this. But yeah, enemies in Final Fantasy are visual based. So as long as I am behind... And the Fate attacked me. Great. So I have to kill the Fate, unfortunately. But yeah, as long as I am behind this Auroch here, he will not attack me. So this game is basically visually based, as you can see. If I would walk in front of him, he would definitely attack me. But he is visual based, or pretty much everything is visual based in this game. So if you stay behind enemies, you will not pull them. And you will pull them obviously in front of them and vice versa. And you can abuse that knowledge to your advantage. For example, as a tank. And if you want to pull stuff, walk into the view of the enemies. If you're not a tank, you want to avoid stuff, walk behind them. And obviously, fighting that fate on my own as a tank, not great. Not even a chocobo. That will take a long time. But nothing I can do.
Play with some friends of his.
Okay. You're smiling very cheekily.
He's saying, won't you stay here and play with some friends of mine?
Whatever that means, right? So fate is done.
No. Oh great, he's trying to kill me.
What a scam.
What a bastard.
What a scam. Alright, we have to just walk up here. You're doing your class quest currently?
Mm-hmm.
Very good, very good.
Yep.
Guys, if you play Final Fantasy or you want to play Final Fantasy, there is a very extensive free trial. You're allowed to play the base game, the first and second add-on for free. You don't have to pay a cent. Just get this thing started and play it. It is a wonderful time. And yeah, guys, just try the video game. It's great. Ah, even the weeds wither and die in this desolate dirt. What a bit of this black loam ought to change all that. I haven't seen any of ages. Gathering black loams, not for the weak of will, nor the weak of stomach, eh? Oh, and don't tell me that Gurkhand and Rodwida neglected to mention that where black loam comes from. Well, surely you will figure it out on your own from the cloying stench. It comes from the Oros lair of all places. Yeah, it's droppings. It's fertilizer. Well, why dwell on who misled whom about what? What matters is that your effort have brought us the black loam, and we can expect a bountiful harvest as a result. Thank you. Alrighty. Do I actually need something here? I'd actually like... you know what? These items are already pretty great. Let's get a little bit of money. I skipped the first tech box. They're biting the hands that feeds them, the mangy mongrels. I'd love to teach those curs a lesson in obedience myself. If I hadn't sworn that Stelvern that I wouldn't fight no more. So I need you to bring back our farm tools and make sure those dogs reap what they have sown. Alrighty. So, since I'm a warrior, we have exactly two brain cells. The brain cells are called Unga and Bunga. Let's see how this works out. Let's see how this works out. Turns out, totally fine. Totally fine. The Unga Bunga tactic is the best tactic. It's brain off and in. And we're level 11. Very nice.
Huh.
Pain flare.
What's that?
Oh, look in your skill tree what it upgrades from. most likely your ether flow that got an upgrade. But here's what you can do, Fox. On the bottom right on your display, you see display mode, right? Click on the bottom right of your actions and traits window. You see display mode. You can change that to the old view. So if you click that, it changes to the old view. And now you can scroll down to level 40. And there you see Pain Flare. Okay, so scroll up. Scroll up. You see Pain Flare, there it is. And there you see it. It has a ether flow cost. Okay? So, in this case, it is your Alt E, so your essence shot, but for AoE, not for single target. So it is on V in your case. It's on V. It's for AoE. It's the 2 charges that you have as a summoner, right? But instead of single target, this is your AoE. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Switching back to my view. I wonder what those sea dogs will try and steal when there's no harvest. Good to see the tools back in serviceable condition, which will be more than what I can say of Servin when we get our hands on him. That wretch likely had a role in the theft. Spied him meeting the pirates in secret, I did. I couldn't care less if the Westrel won't work, but when he consorts with cut purses that take our own tools away, he crossed the line. Silvern ought to know what sort of scalawag he's dealing with. One word with him, will ya? Alrighty. So, I think before we continue this main quest right here, we are going back to Limsa Lobimsa, and we're getting our 2 class quests done, level 5 and 10. Okay. Let's visit the Ethernet. Go up, Marauder's Guild. Nice outfit. That's Lightning's outfit, I think. Yep, that's definitely Lightning's outfit. Big fan of Lightning in Final Fantasy 13. Sure. Okay. Xion, you approach me with the Marauder strides, determined, unswerving, and bereft of hesitation that marked our first meeting. I am pleased, Kapachow. The time has come for you to begin a new stage in your training. Now, what's the set of axes from the Gladius of the Dagger? It is the raw, unstoppable destruction wrought by its thick, heavy blade with 5 thieves. Thick, heavy blade. And that overwhelming power can only be properly directed by extraordinary physical strength. Why do you think I'm playing a Rothgar? Thus we come to the core of today's lesson. Such strength as the Marauder must possess is developed through a traditional method passed down through generations of the guild, a method that you too shall be taught to employ. I present yourself to Brunbar in the practice area downstairs, and he shall instruct you further. But basically, I'm gonna click 1 a lot. That's probably what's gonna happen. I could click 2 as well. It's level 5 quest after all, so as well. Brunbar. The ex-master told me you'd be on your way. My name's Brunbar. Good it is to meet a new Marauder. Why are they shooting in the Marauders Guild? Sure. And now we axe-wield in building strength and control by splitting boulders. That's right, our traditional method involves smashing a rock with your axe, which is not recommended. But ye can't use any old swing, you need to hit the rock just so. Rodguy, my fellow Marauder, is waiting just outside the Cipher Gate by the bridge over the Rogue River. She will tell ye how it is done. Alright, so she will tell me how it is done. So let's done we shall. We still have about 10 minutes on the episode. That's probably our 2 Marauder quests. This is where we're gonna cut it off for today, most likely. So let's put this in here. Limsey Etheroid. Because YouTube, short episodes and blah 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 blah. You guys know the deal. And there's only so much we can do because you guys can spot the time very much down here on the very bottom. You can see my local time, the LT. It's 22:45 and I am unfortunately a wage slave, so I have to get up tomorrow and work, so I can't do it all night. Now I would like to do it all night, but for that this has to become a job, and currently it is not, and it probably never will, so yay. I guess. So where's our rock splitting buddy over there? Rudgeim. Fancy headdress, I have to say. Guys, coifs exist for the head. These are not worn blank. You always have a padded layer underneath it. If you have chainmail on your head, your hair is gonna be destroyed, and if you have no hair, which was quite a common thing, then your skin is gonna be absolutely ratted. No, you do not wear chainmail without a nice cotton coif behind it, so underneath it. Greetings, lass. Ready to split some stone, are you? I've 3 nice hard rocks for you to build some sweat on, and do not try to fancy it now. Just hit him with a good old solid heavy swing. Sure. You do not wear chainmail without any padded armor. Bad time. Bad time. Alrighty. Solid rocks are thickly swing. That's the way to do it, lass. Now you've got the idea. Why don't you have had them a little harder with a heavy swing all years? Ain't no holding back. Well, there's a gobbo there that I would like to avoid, but it is a blue iconed gobbo, so I'm not scared. Nice reverse shockwave. I don't think that's how shockwaves work, but sure. Hey, I can see you're natural. Me head's still ringing with the sound of you cracking the boulders. Take yourself back to the X-Master Windrisen and let him know you're ready for something harder. Okay. Yes. Hi, guys. Guys, if you enjoy this series, you know what to do. Smash that like button. I don't like saying this. But legit, if you interact with the video in any way, whatever, if you just put a timer on the video, if you share the video with one of the buttons, if you press a like or a dislike, which works fine as well. If you comment anything down below, how bad my beard is, how red my nose is, whatever it is, like make fun of me. That's cool for YouTube because YouTube knows that you are interacting with the video and it pushes the channel up quite high. So if you want to help a chap out, help a chip out. Chip and chap. Bitte das Recht. German. Good show. As the training loosen your muscles and focus your mind, Shion, an urgent request has arrived from the Red Rooster Steed, and I have chosen you to respond. It appears a hostile group of megalo crabs has unwittingly elected itself the next test of your prowess. As this is your first outing as on an official marauder duty, you shall be accompanied by a veteran conjurer by the name of Solgweb. She awaits you on the floor below. May devastation follow your wake. I think that's your sister, right? Solgweb is, I believe, your sister. Wasn't there such a storytelling? I think there was. We also have to spend some time grabbing all of the Aetherites, because I don't like walking to the exit of the town a lot. So, you know, just grabbing it. Oh, that's a big yawn. Just grabbing it might be a little side objective that we could do. We're already level 11 though, so that's really, really nice. And you really level quite hard in this game, I have to say. It is really, really... Okay. You level quite hard in the game, he says, while literally wearing the Aetheryte earring and the Friendship Circlet. And on level 15, if you... forget to speak with the NPC... On level 15, when you forget the NPC, you get the Novice Hall. And if you're a fresh player or on a new character, I absolutely recommend visiting the Novice Hall for your class, because you get a very, very, very good ring that increases your experience gain even further until level 30. So that is absolutely important. Down below? It looks to be down below. Yep, there she is. Alright. Hi Zion, I know who you are. My brothers often has me escort his fledgling marauders on their more dangerous tasks. So they're sisters, yes. I suppose Wernzern expects me to give you the details then, eh? Very well. It seems that the farmers need us to clear out the megalo crab nest near the Mourning Widow in Lower Nanosea. I shall trust you to find your way there. Just don't forget your axe. Yeah, I can literally not unequip it. That actually is something that doesn't exist in Final Fantasy. You cannot unequip your weapon and become a non-class citizen. You basically can't become a civilian in the game. That's what it boils down to. You literally cannot unequip your weapon. Which is a bit strange, honestly, that you cannot unequip your weapon and become a civilian. But... yes, it is what it is, right? I think they just want to prevent people from queuing up dungeons without weapons. I think that's more of a reason why they do it. Oh, yeah. And there's the quest now, finally. Feels like being here again. Been here, right? Deja vu. Deja vu? What do you mean? Is it the same black cat or a different black cat? I don't know. It looked like the same. We have a problem. Which movie? Which movie is the reference of Deja Vu Black Cat? There is the Megalo Crab Nest. That should spawn our quest down here. Well, a cute scene. Looks as nobody's home. Mayhap they knew that we were coming. I need it! Oh, it's an old man. This is my grandson. Them snippers got him in. I told Sigurd not to get too close. I told him. Get your weapon ready, Sion. We need to move now. Yeah, with my puffy chest. And there's my quest, but I need some Aurelias for my hunting log. Might as well grab the experience, right? So let's grab the experience really quickly.
Isn't the Black Cat something to do with the film that begins with M?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Alrighty. Let's get this fight done. As a small reminder, guys, if you do a fight that is some sort of a boss fight like this, adds before boss usually. Bugger and shite! Get away from me, you bloody great bastard! That's, what a foul mouth! A bugger and shite. What a foul mouth.
Sounds like something I'd say.
Oh yes. Bugger and shite. She doesn't.
Bugger and shite.
She doesn't curse. The fox doesn't curse. He says, "Oh bugger."
No,
Oh,
bugger is
bugger.
a curse. I say, oh, sugar lumps.
Yes, you also say, oh, sugar lumps. Flashback
Hey, I'm just doing
number
around kids,
6
okay?
or 7. Oh yeah, level sync. Oh, I don't have an AoE button. I don't have an AoE button. Oh well.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yes, 45 is where you get your first class gear. You get some proper gear.
How do I get there?
It's Mordona. Well, you gotta find your way from Mordona. So if you click on the Mordonan map, you see it is connected to different areas. And you go connected to that area, connected to that area, to that other area. However, you might not have access to that quest yet because of your main story. The main story will lead you to Mordona. But you probably can just simply walk there. Oh, we got help from who? Oh, from Brunbar. Where are you walking to? Oh, to the ads, okay. I actually don't know how to get to Mordona the regular way. It's been too long. It's been literally 14 years. No, it actually has been longer, I think. My character was created, I believe, on the 1st of August. I believe it was 2012? 2012 or 2013 I created Hitomi Zanza. So it's been a while. Thank you, miss! I thought I was dead for sure! Wash your mouth. Can't even play outside no more with all these scary monsters about. Me ma and me da. They was both killed by some nasty bugger not so long ago. And Oros as big as a mountain. I bet you could beat it. Aye, I'll make it pay for what you did to me, folk. You take it easy now, son. There's a whole guild full of strapping lads and lasses like Shion here who will be glad to do just that. All you need is to head home with your grandpa. You let us worry about that big nasty bugger. Consider your first duty a success, Shion. It is time you headed back as well before Wernzun begins to worry I have left your corpse for the crabs. Alrighty. Queshdona. So let's quickly teleport, and then do our level 10 quest. And I think then we're gonna head on off of the episode. Because I am hungry and I need to eat something. Because I have worked all day. And I actually haven't moonched outside of dinner. They have shattered the shells of the megalo crabs and saved the life of a child into a bargain. Thus does our violent craft prove its merit. Well done, Shion. Though no longer a threat to the farmers, you should know that it is unusual for such crabs to be found near the stead. By all accounts, these creatures were ousted from their usual feeding grounds by a more fierce beast. The beast to which I speak now is a known terror of the lands in Lanosea, ever seeking to expand its territory. And that boy's parents were but two of many victims to follow on its rampages. It is a threat that must be dealt with ere long. Do thoughts of the vengeance flit through your mind, flit through your mind, Shion. Nurture those urges, but do not yet act upon them. This monstrosity is far beyond your present skills. If you would answer the lad's cry for revenge, then you must grow stronger. Become the raging behemoth this challenge demands. Well, I don't grow horns, so I can't be a behemoth. Let's get the money. Wake of Destruction. Shion, I have gathered what information I could concerning the beast that young Sighard bade you to slay. The tales of its name, creature, Kujata. Those who have witnessed Kujata and the terrifying flesh also call him the Stamping Mountain, such as is his immense size and bulk. Again, I will not seek to dissuade you from claiming vengeance for the boy's parents. In fact, I encourage it. But to topple this lumbering colossus, you must first become his equal in strength and ferocity. As a single step towards that distant goal, I send you to the Blind Iron Mines. We've had a word with the folks that falling prey to the claws of the local Galagos. It is your task to protect the weak from these unruly creatures. Learn to channel your rage inside you and let your axe blade sing the righteous slaughter. Okay. Like Galagos in Lower Nanosea, that is easy enough. So let's walkie. Stony, 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 stony. Goey, dowy, downy, downy. And walkie. Do these items have an improved damage? Hey, that's improved. Yep, that is improved damage. This is money. These we don't need. Lower nano share. We don't need this. Don't need this. Now we have a little walkie box for the Galagos slaying. So, Fox, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Very good.
I think.
You think? Why are you walking literally to the Waking Sands? Why are you not using a Vespa Bay ticket?
Because I went the wrong place.
You have Vespa Bay tickets though.
Well, I'm nearly there. It's only around the corner.
Sure. So you're doing this now what I have done over 70, 80, 90 times. Walking to the Waking Sands. It is very, very, very not nice. But I think... Hey, hear me out. I think using the teleport tickets is actually a cheap cop-out. In my opinion, it should have received an ether ride. Because I think the teleport tickets are a... well... not a solution solver. It is just a patch on the solution. It's on the problem, not a solution. Mandragora.
Oh, God.
What?
What a pleasant quest that I have to do now.
Bringing out the dead. Oh, well.
Yep.
So there are my Galago, and they are neatly tucked in between, which means I can simply AoE them down. Well, I can't show you guys this because it is story.
They can't make me do this.
They can. In fact, they are. We have slain the Galagos. We go back to our War Master, to A to B to C to A to B to A to B to A to C to A to B to A. Let's go back to our Master of Destruction. Yeah. Welcome back, Shion. Your auction has saved many from needless injuries and anguish. But though your efforts are to be commended, there is much work to be done. Kujata, the object of your vengeance, has trampled a farmer's wagon as he thundered through the lands of Tiller's Rest. The foodstuffs spilled from the overturned wain have attracted ill manner of hungry predators. Without produce for the market, the farmers will surely suffer for coin in this season. Your ditty is thus clear. Put down these rapacious scavengers. What is rapacious for a word? I don't know what rapacious. What is rapacious?
Just
Aggressively greedy or grasping. Okay. I did not know that. That is not a word that is used in my curriculum. So let's teleport. Ported. To move. Move. We'll ignore the main story for now, because we want to have our Marauder quest be done and dusted, so we can prepare the next episode, which will happen tomorrow, because it is quite late. Quite late indeed. And I'm hungry.
this reminds me of something. Well, ain't you a strong one?
Words you have never heard.
Ah, you're a tall one.
Ah, you're a tall one! Oh, let's just pass the fate. Let's ignore it, obviously.
Oh, seriously, I have to do it again.
There is our car. If there is purple poopy dust, that means we have a monster attacking us. Hostile Präsenz, Plane Strider. We will kill him, ja? With our axe in the Kopf. That's a lot of damage, is what they used to say, yeah? In Germany, we say Schaden zu it.
Schaden zu it.
Schadens, ja? Look, it's me moving here, yeah? Touching all of these orange attacks cones. Because in Germany we say Vorsicht.
That means be careful.
Yes. Or just careful. Depends really. And our Marauder the quest is done. How's our money looking actually? 700 guilds. That should yield us with a new weapon as well for level 10, which is very, very much appreciated. Once again, your capacity for carnage has been tested and proven. The creatures you defeated, however, were merely some of the many base scavengers that subsist on the scraps left in wake of Kujata's rampages. To face Kujata himself, you yet require far more training, but do not despair, Shion. As Axemaster and fellow Marauder, this I swear, I will not rest until I have taught you how to wring every last ounce of power from your weapon, until the blade of your axe can slice cleanly through the thickest hide. Well, for that I kinda need to be a samurai, but that only happens in about 2 add-ons and starts at level 50. The most knotted muscle and the densest bone. This menace will fall by your hand. You may find yourself drawn to explore the possibilities offered by other discipline and guilds. These distractions are inevitable and perhaps necessary. Not anymore, but used to. But I urge you to soon return to the path of the Marauder. I do not wish your edge to dull, just as you begin to show potential. Fare you well, Shion. We get an axe and we get a chesty bob. Let's get a chesty bob. In the past, if you are level 30, you get a job to receive your job quest, where your Marauder turns into a warrior. And in the past, you needed to have a second class at level 15 to unlock it. I don't know what the class was for warrior. I know because I started out as a paladin, as a gladiator. I know at a level 30 gladiator, I need a level 15 conjurer to become a level 30 paladin. Now, guess what level my conjurer is? Level 15. I have not touched conjurer once. 13 years ago until I did my paladin quest. So I really do not like to heal, guys. I really dislike healing. Like, you don't want to put your life in my hands. It's a bad deal. And therefore, I never touched Conjurer ever again. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. This has been episode 3 of the Final Fantasy full story playthrough, the final Hanantasy 14. Thank you very much for watching. You know where to find us if you want to become a Pokemon and come visibly into chat. twitch.tv/Hanasaki. If you just want to hang out on YouTube, there is a chat open as well. I can read it, I just can't show it on screen. LivePlay XIV on YouTube as well. Thank you very much for watching. Fox, what's the last word of today's stream?
Hug a penguin.
There you go. Take care. Bye-bye.